Fox Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyro. As their guys get set to match up between the Sacramento Miners and the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Rosen to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Middle.
Play action here with Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. It's going the other way. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Ready. 10-2 stop. 61, matchbox right. Kill. Shift. Check to it. Squeeze. Shoot.
On the toss, it's Dorsett. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Hayward.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the grab by Croft. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Now Rosen looking to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
You go. HE Gator.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, lock it. Defense.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Coach. Thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Sacramento Niners and the Miami Dolphins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down. 8, read.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Hold.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check out, read. Check 35. Check.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Davenport, and that'll be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Bang! He's crashing. He's checking crack. Tighten up.
Go. Hey, check 25. Get it.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
18.
How we do, D? How we do? They don't want to know. They don't want to know.
Check out General West.
On 3rd down, Davenport. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Alpha!
It's sock, baby. That's baby sock. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Mike 6. Mike 6. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. To throw on 2nd down, Davenport. And his throw here's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A toss play to Chubb. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Check, check. Alert, alert. Check, check.
They start the drive with Cook. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
At their 49-yard line.
At 15-1. 15-1.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Fair.
Slam.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On the double.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 24. Check 24.
Protein spill. Hey, high 7.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Ready.
On 3rd and 2, Davenport. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Come on, set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Check 15.
Topper. Be trip.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 3. He'll buy some time right, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Looking to throw on second down. Davenport, flush to his right. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Check. Use your forces.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
You got tight right there. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for alert. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
On 2nd and 2, Rosen. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Mike's set. Hey. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Middle. Hey, check Mike.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Mike, 6. Hey, get me away with me. Hey, echo. Check Mike. Mike 6.
4th down. Here's Rosen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls get through goalposts.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 8-3.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 1st and 10, Davenport. They set up the screen to Chubb. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
52's the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 52's the mic, boys, 52. Here we go, D.
Now.
Off play action. Davenport steps away to his left. And able to find Dorsett. The 13 yards that time and a first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Let's get off the field. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's go, heavy. Let's go, heavy.
Any weapon.
Let's go, heavy.
Sit.
They run. Chubb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Check 4, check 4.
Off the play fake. Davenport. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Rock it.
Whip.
Screen.
He's checking. Crash.
Hey, do.
Operating from the gun, Davenport. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Mike 6. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Hug.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he finds Stills, complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, it's Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And Stills bringing it in. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
At the 22-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Miners 3, Dolphins nothing.
80. 80. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Check safety. Check safety.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Watch the safety creep.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the ground, it's Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Watch Mike. Check the backer.
Now it's Dorsett. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster. A gain of 6 there on first.
You got it. You got it.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
I'm coming after you.
Now Dorsett, and an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go! 60 outlaw. Ready?
They'll run. It's Dorsett. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. And they hand it off to Dorsett. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 33. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Got an open man. It's Foster. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown! Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Rosen to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Hey, alert, alert.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And this is Parker, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Chubb. They find some open field here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That good for 19 on a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
At the 16-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Check. Hatchet.
They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Here we go. Watch the twist.
Again, it'll be Dorsett. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 29-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This will be taken about the 12. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, and he's going to score. Oh, my goodness, he returns it all the way.
Brought it all the way
this
back.
Game is tied.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Miami, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.